So today I'm going to be making our salted chocolate and toffee praline. This chocolate's won multiple awards. It's won a gold medal at the Academy of Chocolate Awards, and last year it won a gold medal and best in Europe in the dark nut praline category. So first of all, we're going to make the toffee. So to start off with, we're going to infuse our fresh cream with some fresh vanilla, which we're just going to cut and scrape. We'll add the seeds in with the cream and also our sea salt. We use an Anglesey sea salt, which has a great flavour to it. So now we've infused our cream, we're going to make the caramel part of the toffee. So we're going to caramelise the sugar. So we're going to heat up the pan first. Then once we've got the pan nice and hot, we're going to add the sugar and glucose in small batches. This way the sugar caramelises immediately and gives us a great flavour to our end toffee. You can see now the caramel starting to colour. You're starting to get a little bit of smoke. So we're going to sieve our cream into our toffee. It's going to bubble, so we're just going to be a little bit careful. Then we cook this to a high temperature and add a small amount of 100% Grenada chocolate along with a small amount of cocoa butter. The next step is then to pour this into our frame and level it out flat. Now we're going to allow our toffee to go cold and we're going to move on and make the crunchy praline layer. The praline is a combination of caramelised hazelnuts and almonds with sugar, a small amount of chocolate and cocoa butter. We then temper this to make sure the texture is perfect when it's cold. So using a palette knife and a triangle scraper, we're going to spread out the praline and bring it all back together and try and keep the praline at the same temperature. This is then poured onto our cold toffee, levelled out again and left for 24 hours to set. Now our toffee and praline is set, we're going to remove it from the frame and give a thin coat of tempered dark chocolate to our praline layer. This is going to act as our base when we invert the frame so we can cut the chocolates on the guitar. Now our frame's ready, we're going to place it onto our guitar and cut into small squares. After the first cut, we'll change the frame around, clean the guitar and give a second cut to make our small squares. Now our frame's been cut, we're going to separate the small squares so they can dry a little bit on the outside before enrobing. So now they're going to go through what we call our enrobing machine. They start at one end, uncoated, and then they pass through a double curtain of dark chocolate. They're slightly vibrated and pass under a fan blower and then come onto a sheet of paper where they're decorated by hand with a dipping fork and a small amount of Anglesey sea salt. So now our chocolates have been finished. They're then left for 24 hours to crystallise before being packed and then delivered to our 4 shops in London and Chester. For me, this chocolate's fantastic. It's very varied in flavour and texture. So you've got a really silky smooth salted chocolate toffee and then a thicker layer of a crunchy praline. They make up part of our couture collection of chocolates which are admired by our customers in our beautiful counters, and they never last long.